Are we live? We are live. I just saw the notification. Another Friday night. Hope everybody's doing good. It's a yucky, rainy night. We literally just walked in the door from eating, and I was like, I hope I'm home in time to do my live. I never know. I always have a couple of videos that I can kind of post if I need to. Hey, April. But I didn't know if I would need to do it or not. So, I kind of had one on standby just in case. But I did make it home on time. So, yay, I'm home. All right. My goal is to get this done cat quick, as usual. So, I'm going to start off like I always do. I'm going to prime my face. I just spray my setting spray in my hand. It's just kind of pulled up. And I just kind of swap it all around. And then I let it dry. This Seint Beauty is cream-based foundation. And it really doesn't require a primer. You just don't have to have it. But if you, like I have oily skin, so I kind of feel like I need a little grip for it to stick to my face better. So I like to use a primer. And as usual, it's best with no silicone in it. I'm going to put something on my lips too really quick. I want to show you guys this. Zunia! I want you to see this. Okay. Look at this. This is how much I love this makeup. Look, here is all my stuff. I got my big palette in. See? I've got room for more stuff. Look at all that. And then I needed one more layer for my eyeshadows, but I've got my eyeshadows in this. So, and we're dropping new eyeshadows on the 20th of this month. So that's going to be exciting. And they're really, really pretty colors. There's probably, there's 12. Thank you. There is 12 new shades coming out. And my friend Zunia always says, you need them all. I know I need them all. As an artist, we do need them all. But I also want to get the ones that I like for myself first. And so I will probably get, there's like 5 or 6 that I think I would be in love with. There's just some that I just wouldn't wear. You know, just like all the eyeshadows in a palette, you don't always wear all of them. Is that not crazy? And they kind of look toned down on here. They're almost a fluorescent orange. I had to go... I got called into my boss's office yesterday. He said, come in here for a second. Then he said, wow, he said, your fingernails entered before you did. I was like, yeah, they're kind of bright. All right. So we're going to be quick again tonight. So I've just primed my face. I just used my Pharmacy. I love this. This is one of my favorite products. I'm going to start doing some product spotlight reels. And this is going to be one of them to showcase because I love this eye primer. I wish us with Seint Beauty had the eye primer because that would be great to pop in a tin palette to prime your eyelids. I know we already have the cream foundations that we can use, but there's just something about a primer, the consistency of it that I love. And so, okay, we're gonna first go, and I'm just gonna do the cheetah hack because it's just so quick, and that seems to pique everyone's interest the most. So I'm actually just gonna kind of do. Sometimes I dot, sometimes I swipe, and I think this time. Can you not hear me? Can you not hear, April? Is it quiet? Is everybody there? I can't hear. I can't. Did it mess up? Can anyone hear me? Oh, okay. Good. I was thinking that it had went silent, and I was like, oh dear, I'm not technical. I don't know what to do. I will just sign language or something. But anyway, so I'm just going to do a quick dotting on my face. I'll do that sign language dotting on since April can't hear me. Ron's probably like, you bunch of girls, we don't want to hear about all that makeup. So I think, I don't know what colors I want to use. This is all my contour colors here. I even put labels on. I think I'm going to use the color Ash. And like the consistency of our contours are just a little harder. And they're not as creamy and buttery as the highlights. So I will just kind of use my finger to warm it up. And then I'm going to put it right along my cheekbone. Not going crazy dark, just enough to create a shadow. And if I want to add more, I can. It was thundering and lightning like crazy. We went and ate tonight. Usually Friday nights are our slow nights that we don't do a whole lot. And lo and behold, we seem to plan more on Friday nights. This kind of an impromptu dinner. We went with my brother and his wife and their girls. They called us like, you don't go to eat? We was like, sure. Okay. There we go. Sometimes you can, it's not necessary. I do it. You don't have to, but I really like to do it right here. And kind of round that out, but you can kind of just give a little more definition to your jaw. And now I'm going to go in with my main highlight shade. I think I'm going to use the color Wheat, which is this one. So those are just creamy and they just go on so much easier. And it does even better when it sits on your face and warms up. And I'm going to use the color Sunlit because I love it. It's so pretty. Just a bright yellow color. It's really good for canceling out purples under your eyes. Hey, hey, Amanda! Isn't it crazy how it just works out? I mean, it does. It just looks insane on your face, and then you just kind of all blend it together. Okay. You just missed the intro for my listen, this is the art, it's like the triple decker pro artist compact. Look at this. So it's got all of my, look at all those. I even labeled them. It's got all my contours and highlights on that side. This is all my illuminators, some bronzers, a couple of the darker highlights. This is my cream eyeshadows that I have, and then room to grow. Just like my pants, I like to have room to grow in them. And then here's all my lippies, my lip and cheeks. Isn't this the best? Look, it's the perfect size, and it's just so perfect. It just makes me so happy. Okay, now we're gonna blend it in. I like to kind of let it sit on my face. That's why I always like to do kind of my contour first, because I like for it to actually sit a little bit longer, because as it warms up, it's just easier to blend. So now we're just gonna go in and blend it out. Same song and dance as usual. But this just shows how easy this makeup is. You know, I don't know how, I know, Amanda. You need it, don't you? That's what you're getting at. I don't know. I don't think I would get in trouble for doing this, but I kind of thought that sometime I might even put all this on my face, just dot it before I go to work, and then put my little phone up and record on my way to work, me just blending my face and showing how. You don't even have to look in the mirror to blend it. You can just blend it. I mean, I'd always look in the mirror when you get through and do the once over, but I think I could just probably show up to work and be like, okay, I'm done. I'm put on a little bit of, you know, on my lips or maybe some mascara and be good to go. I don't know. That might be against the, I don't know if that's against the law or not. I mean, if I just had my phone set up and I wasn't really, you know, looking at it or anything, and I was just blending as I was driving, you know. I don't have 10 and 2. I could have 2 and whatever this is on my face, the middle. I could always go back in and add a shadow, but see, you can see it's just a little bit of a shadow. I already have round cheeks, but I can kind of just add to it. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, and some people don't really want to contour, and if you don't even want to contour, I think using a bronzer sometimes can be just as just enough. Like sometimes I like to just do a quick all over wash and a bronzer and you know, be done with that too. Okay. So always make sure that you get your neck, and then we're gonna do a quick bronze. This palette's huge. It's huge. I really need to probably downsize when I just use the colors that I want to use all the time, but I love playing in a lot of the colors and playing with it, so I kind of like having it right here. This is gonna be my party palette though when I carry and do parties. So I've got, here's my bronzers. I'm just gonna kind of swirl them together, and then ever so lightly just do circular motions. I feel like it's really hard to ever go back to any kind of bronzer once you've started using the cream bronzer, because it just is such a pretty sheer glow. And I've been using this new setting powder that I really like. If you want a matte setting powder, I have tried many a setting powder. For drugstore, I like the Maybelline, the Fit Me, the matte and poreless one. I think that's a good one for the drugstore. We've got one in our palettes. It's the Vanilla Dust, and I feel like it's a very finely milled, packed, and it's in one of these tins too. I'll show it to you in a minute, but I like that for setting, like just if you want to set just under your eyes, or if you're kind of a dry person but you still like to set places where like you would normally put a concealer, I feel like that's really good for that. But if you are an oily person and you need a good setting powder, I feel like a loose setting powder is just the best. And I have found one that is by the company Red Aspen. So if anybody's interested and they want to know, I mean, I have a friend who sells it, and I can hook you up with her information. But this is it. It's almost like straight cornstarch. When I put it on, if you want a matte, I love this because of the dewiness and the glowiness and that kind of stuff. But some people don't like it as dewy. If you don't and you wanted it matte, or you need a matte, even if you don't wear this makeup, this Red Aspen setting powder it's no joke. I mean, you will be matte where you just your hands just slide off like it is just like a silky smooth. It's so dry and matte. I'll be honest, it's almost too matte. So you really have to want to be matte. See, bronzed up. Now we're gonna do a quick lip and cheeky. I think I'm gonna use, let's see, let me do a color that I've not used. I have never used Plum. Let's try some Plum. Nude was my favorite when I first started wearing it, but now we're going to do Plum, which is just a little bit more of a plum color. And I'm just going to put it... God, that is plum, isn't it? Must have hit it. It's a pretty nude. It's a lot like our color nude, except for it has just a smidgen of like a purplish tone to it. But it is really pretty. I like that. Ooh! I'm not going to use the Plum on my lips though, because if I'm not careful, if I use a lot of the taupey browns or colors like that, sometimes I end up looking kind of dead fish. So I'm going to use a different color. I think I'm going to use the Tropicana. And guys, I am doing a giveaway. It's a good giveaway. I am going to be giving away, and I'm going to use both tonight when I'm giving away, the color Soulmate, which is our eyeshadow, and the color, and our eyeshadow brush, which is like, I think $18 and $14. So that's like a $32 value. And I'm going to be giving that away because we're having a big customer appreciation party on July the 20th. So at the end of the day, I'm going to do a giveaway too. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to look through all my customer bases and I'm going to put them into a wheel and spin it and then just give it to one of my customers that signed up. If you've never ordered anything, like you're planning on it later or whatever, just sign up as a customer, and because I'm just going to pull from that list. And then also the post, if you like and share the post that I put onto my Instagram, you can share it to your story or to Facebook. If you share it, then that'll give you an extra entry in too. It's a good prize, and I'll show you guys in a second. Okay, so now that we're done pretty much with everything, I can go in. I'm going to use my perfector sponge to pounce around. And this is just going to kind of blend any harsh lines and pick up any excess product. I'm not going to even, see, I like the dewiness of that. I like the glowiness and the dewiness, but sometimes if I knew I was going to be out and about, I would want it to be more matte, because even when I mattify things, I will still end up getting a little glowy, just because when you're oily, it just happens. But, I like the glow. What can I say? All right. Now, quick. Oh, I need to highlight, illuminate. And we're just going to go in with the color Angel here. And I'm just going to pop that right on the tops of my cheekbones. Just a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then kind of drag it up. And then always on my Cupid's bow and right in the middle for good measure. And now let's move on to the eyeballs. And by the way, so this has been a week since I got my eyebrows microbladed. Let me show you guys. I'm going to zoom in. See how they've kind of faded off? But this is a week into it. Last time, they look more scary at a week, like, because they have kind of flaked off and faded, and then the color comes back. But these healed like within just a few days, because she only had to do a touch-up because it was my 6-week touch-up. So I just felt like everything went gangbuster smooth. It was just like the best and the easiest. There's mine. The easiest. It was painful, more painful than the first one. When I first went, it hurt. But when I went for my touch-up 6 weeks later, it really, really hurt. But the healing process for my touch-up, I felt like went 10 times better than original. You know, that's the only thing that stinks, is having to go through the healing process. Okay. Let's just do an easy neutral eye. So I'm going to use the color. What color do I want to use? I think I'm going to use Bubba. And the outer crease is a good transition. Kind of use Bubba a lot, but God, I just feel like it's a perfect transition color. You can build on it. You can build anything on it. And then I think I'm going to go and I'm going to use the color Lullaby. So this is Bubba, where I'm hitting pan, and this is Lullaby. And it's kind of a mauve-y color, but it's really pretty too. And it's not too crazy dark. I actually just had to take my makeup off when I got home. I didn't have a whole lot of it on. I rubbed my face. I'm a face rubber throughout the day. When I'm like, oh, I'm always rubbing on everything. So, I just took it off, so I've still got a little bit of mascara on. But I didn't have anything else on. And now I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to use this color right here, which is Ken, or do I want Gilded? I think I'm going to use Gilded here. And then this is Soulmate. This is the color that I'm going to be giving away. So this is the two things that I'm going to give away. If you, like I said, you can like and share that post, my giveaway post, like and share that, and you will get the eyeshadow brush, which is a dual-ended. It's got a fluffy end and like a dense pencil end. And then I'm going to give away this shimmer, which is called Soulmate, that is beautiful on every eye color. Perfect for every eye color. But I'm going to use the color Gilded right now. I'm going to put this in the outer crease, kind of in a V, just kind of packing it on, because I'll go back and blend it. But to like and share, you'll get an extra entry in, and I'm just going to go through just my customers. I'm just going to go through my customer list and put everybody in a drawing that's on my customer list, because we're having a customer appreciation, because the Seint Artist Program has reached 25,000 people. Oh my gosh, it's crazy, crazy. I love Gilded, it's so pretty. All right, now I'm going to use this color Soulmate. Look at that. And I'm just going to put that on my eyelid. And you can even put it in the corner. You don't have to go down as far as I did, because I don't know why I did that. And then just kind of blend it all together. But yeah, my eyebrows, the color will come back within, I think, 14 days. But she said it could be up to 21. So I'll be honest, at 14 days, last time I was like, when I first got them done, I was like, oh, did you get Gilded? Did you love it? Isn't that such a pretty color? Gilded is, it's when you first look at it, it's like a purple, but then it's got like a brownish red tint to it or something, and it's a shimmer. But it's a shimmer that you can wear in your outer crease. Sometimes shimmers don't look great on mature skin and outer creases, but some of these are so kind of a dark and just a, I don't know, it's not crazy shimmer, like glittery, and I feel like it just is so beautiful, like in your outer crease. I like to put Ken out here. Another one of my favorite colors is Fen. Fen is beautiful. Fen and Rigoletto, both of those are, because Fen and Rigoletto is very similar. But, man, I love those. All right, guys, that's really it. I'm not even going to do an eyeliner, because I just ain't. I'll do just a smidgen more of mascara, even though I really don't need it, because I've got some on. I love the dark colors too. And I'm telling you, you need to look at our, oh, you got Rigoletto too? Fen is a lot like it too. I feel like Fen, to me, shows up a little bit better on my eyes. But, you have Bubba, Heather? You need Bubba too, because Bubba is one of those kind that I feel like you could wear if you just wanted to sweep a little bit of color on your eye, or even Oak. Oak is so pretty. Oak and Soulmate, if you just wanted to wear a 2 shadow combo, is so complimentary to me, especially on blue eyes. Yeah, and then we're having all these eye colors that are dropping on the 20th, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw them, I thought when they first came out with them, they're called the Advent Calendar. When they first came out, I was like, oh, you know, they're okay and stuff. But the more I've looked at them, and the more I've saw swatches, and the more people that have done colors, like when you first just look at something, that's why I guess the videos, yes, you do. I know, I'm obsessed too. That's why I sell it. But I guess that's why people that do videos, it's good for everyone to see, like, oh, that's how it looks. That's why I like that, because there's tons of colors that I never would have thought. And that's why I need to be outside my box more and showcasing more of the colors, because it's amazing how pretty a lot of these look on. Like that Mija, you would not think that Mija would be that fuchsia pink would look pretty, but it is gorgeous on blue, green, brown eyes. I mean, it looks good on all colors, whether you wore it stark bright as it could be, or if you muted it down. Like, I've seen so many eye looks with that. That's just gorgeous. So they knock it out of the park every time. That's it, guys. Done. I'm done. I don't even know. Well, it's been 25 minutes, but I really have run my gums again as usual. But just look at my skin. I don't have great skin, y'all. But the makeup really just, I'm gonna zoom in. Look. So, I mean, it's just, I mean, you can still see everything. Like, even right here, I want you to look. So right here, with those wrinkles, it's from smiling. Look. But the stuff doesn't sit in it. Like the creams and stuff, and even the cream illuminators, they don't sit in it. And you just use this right here. You can pat it around. If you ever feel like you need to do a little bit better of a blending job and stuff, picks up any excess product, but that's it. You can set it with a powder if you want to. But as long as, and like my face is not sticky or anything. Like I said, I'm an oily person, so sometimes, most of the time I do set, but I don't always. I don't have to. I feel like wearing the cream makeup has trained my face to not be as oily. That's it. So if you guys are interested and you want a color match, send me a message, send me a picture. You can do my color match form, whatever. I am actually a lot faster than I used to be at getting back color matches, because I feel like I'm a lot better at it now because it's easier. I guess the more faces that I've seen, I can really sometimes just glance at somebody and be like, oh, yeah, you'll need that. I mean, somebody like today just said, hey, what color do you think I need? And I thought, I've seen this lady enough. I know exactly what color she needs. You need this. So, yep, I will post. I need to start posting that whenever I do it. But yeah, isn't that pretty colors? I mean, guys, come on. It's beautiful. All right. I will see you guys next Friday night. Love hanging out with you as always. Until then.